Okay, Ira, what arrived for you?
This is my Juki sewing machine, industrial, the DDL-8700 with
DDL-8700.
upgraded casters.
So that is an upgrade when you
Yeah,
get
you have to pay for that. Otherwise, it just comes on the table.
Okay, well let's go ahead and unbox it and take it inside, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the table here. And we just got to put the motor head in this place once we get it inside. Okay, so we're going to unpack the motor.
I'm going to show everything that's in it.
Yep.
So oil, I don't know yet. I don't want to pull it out because there's tiny hardware inside. I'll find out what that's for. This is the bobbin winder, I'm pretty sure, 90%. This is the piece that goes inside. We'll follow the directions, but people think this is trash apparently. It is not trash, keep this. It serves a purpose inside the oil pan. Here we have, oh, it is a servo motor. I was concerned because it's so tiny. Because we got the synchronizer, which is it makes the needle position stop and down or up. So I guess it's a different motor to operate both of those things. We got another piece in here that covers the belt, it looks like. This is for the thread. It's a 2-spool thread stand. We're familiar with that. This looks somewhat important, so we're just gonna put that aside too. This is the knee lift for your presser foot. Push your knee against it and it lifts the foot up and down. We have another one of these, so that's gonna be something important. I don't know exactly what it's for. And then we have the safety precautions. Yeah, so that's nothing. And then the cover for the machine itself. This one has 0 instructions. It's even worse than the last one we assembled. So on the paper that gives you like your precautions and stuff, there's a little QR code. If you don't know how to do that, with your smart device, you just aim your camera at it and then a link will pop up from the top. Or you'll need an app that is a QR scanner where you scan it and it'll take you to the area. And then it asks you to choose a language and then it gives you the very vague instructions on your phone to follow. So we're going to attempt to follow these.
So we're going to go through the struggle of making it easy for you guys.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out and then condense this video so you don't have to do this.
That's right.
Okay, so first step is already done on these instructions, which is to put that pan in.
So this is the pan you're talking about right here? So yeah, the pan's already in place.
And those little black stoppers on the end.
You got 4 black stoppers right there to hold the machine in place. Alright, so there are 2 screws here that just kind of come in place. When it's shipped, it's 2 screws in the wood table. So we're just going to remove those. There you go, just like that. That's one of the first things you do. Okay, so now we are going to place the motor right on top above the oil pan. That looks like it. Hey, look at that. We're done. That's it, guys. Ira, show them again how we're going to do it. I'm going to lift it up right to
You're going to lift it up. I'm going to stick these pins. There's 2 holes right here. And then it's just going to sit right down. And this will become the hinge.
Here, I'll show you guys the holes just because you guys keep telling us we do great videos. Boom, look at that.
And then it hinges like this.
Well, viewers. Wow, that's it?
Okay, yeah, and drop it down.
It's a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Just pushing the belt through.
Yeah, so then it hinges. I don't even know if I can do it.
Of course you can. It's made for people like you.
This, then it'll hinge. But there's a pin that stops it and holds it back, so we gotta put that in first.
Okay. Alright, well,
sweet hinge.
The hinges are in place. We will go on to the next step.
Okay, so now we're gonna lift this back.
To get the belt on? Here, I'll do it.
Okay. So he's gonna lift the machine back so that you can put the belt on, slip it on.
There you go, real simple. You drop it back. Oh yeah.
The tension is good.
Nice.
It has some give.
Yeah, it has to give. And
Okay, it's supposed to have some give. It's not supposed to be super tight.
Yeah, see? Push. Nice give there.
And that's it. So he just pushed it back. Show it one more time, Mars.
So you just lift it. Now that we have the hinges in place, right, you can tilt it back just like that.
And that gives you enough slack to put the belt on.
If you ever need to remove the belt or add it, you know, put it back in place, that's all you do.
We have to install the stopper on the other side so you can just lean the machine back and not have to hold it.
The belt is on.
Now he needs to do the belt cover. It's this piece.
Yep.
Screw and
it's real easy. So you just put this metal bar here under the wheel, and I guess this is like a stopper so you don't push it too far, and it leaves a proper gap between this plastic cover and the wheel. So we'll drop that down. I'll just put it all the way down. That way we don't hit the wheel. Which you'd figure they'd do that, but... Alright, so let's see, that should go into place here now. Just like that. And then you have this guy here to keep the cap in place, or the cover in place. And it's just a small hole right here. And just screw it down nice and tight. There you go, just like that. You gotta fiddle with it a little bit, but once you get it, it'll hold in place. There you go. And your belt cover is on. Alright, you guys, next is we're gonna cover the back side of the belt, the exposed belt here. It's this unit right here. It has a little flap here, and it's got a black rubber footing right there. Just put that underneath the already installed plastic cover, and it just kind of pops into place. And then there's 2 screw holes in the table already pre-drilled that you use to secure it in place. And I just pull it back to where it puts a little tension on the other cover that's already in place. The hardware does come included, 2 screws and 2 washers. There you go, it's screwed in place. Okay, Ira, how do we get this piece in after we struggled for 38 minutes?
so you just lift it up and then you can put it underneath.
What? Too easy. Okay, I'll just line up the holes and then I guess just drop it down in there.
Yeah, it just lines right up.
Ooh, look at that, folks.
So we installed this bit. It kind of caught a little bit when we were going back. There's a stopper that comes in your kit. It comes together like this. Don't think these are trash because they're both pieces that you use, but they send it like this so it looks like a piece of packing trash. So you take that out. This is our umbrella for inside, so don't throw this either. It's not trash.
But anyway, knock that down to where this ring is flush with the table. So there you go. Try to get it as flush as you can, or flush if you can.
So we were having problems with this thing, but it seems fine now. We just put it where it's pretty even here, and then when it goes back, then this machine will sit on the edge like that.
You got the stopper, yeah, that'll hold it just fine. And then once you screw this down, we haven't screwed it down, it'll always fall back into place so you won't hit that. But that's how you get to the oil pan to put oil and whatnot.
So now this is disengaged, this is engaged. So engaged, we want it to hit the belt. See, so it spins the wheel. Okay. So you engage it, which you just push it forward. No, you're engaging this.
You're engaging that to touch the belt.
Yeah, and then when you disengage, what is it there?
Just pull it back.
So disengage so it won't move, and then when you engage it, then it winds your bobbin.
Winds my bobbins.
So we're gonna put it against and put those screws in.
So it's 2 screws, right? One right there.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna get that
right there. So I'll get those. All right, 2 flatheads with washers as well. So get those in place. Okay. Then you just lift that back to get the other screw. Get the sun gun out of the way. Okay, screw number 2. Okay, beautiful. Up and down, no problems. You'll never hit it.
This thing's heavy, so be careful. So
Like my
then
idea.
disengaged, engaged, disengaged, engaged. So like that, when you turn the hand wheel, it won't turn the wheel. When it's engaged, and this is what winds your bobbin.
Cool.
Put your bobbin here, thread through, and and then it'll...
Then you start bobbing.
So we installed this, and now we need to do the thread stand that's going to go here.
The thread stand. Okay, now we're going to assemble what, Ira?
The thread stand.
So it comes with 2 brackets in one bag, 2 posts, which is going to be 1. I'm quite sure of it, yep. Same assembly as the other Juki, pretty much. And it's basic similarities. Alright, so we're going to install, first we're going to assemble and install the thread stand. Just take the main nut off here. Leave a rubber washer and a metal washer up top, above the table. The table already has a hole pre-drilled. And then the rubber and the metal washer underneath. Put the rubber on top, the metal after, and then the big nut to hold it in place. Just like that. Just hand tighten it first. Just do it nice and tight. Just so it doesn't go anywhere. That's the goal here. And as long as you smash the rubber washer down a little bit, this guy's not going anywhere. So that's all you need. The next step is getting this bracket to hold the second part up in place there. So just go ahead and put this on top here. And then, but basically about middle. It's middle. Tighten this down.
You can use a screwdriver too if you don't have a Velcro.
I like my impact gun, but there you go. That guy's nice and solid. Alright, so you can take this cap off, I'm assuming, otherwise it won't work.
Hold on, let me check.
But anyway, you just slide these on and you place them where you want, or if there's a standard where you have to place them, you can do that. But I just want to show you guys how to do it. So we're going to adjust it by taking the bracket off, putting this below the bracket and one above it. But just like that. Like I said, this rubber cap can come off to get these on in place.
This is the spool stand right now that he's putting on. And the spool arm.
Spool arm. And Ira likes to have it face pushed in a little bit, not parallel with the table. And I just tighten it to where my impact gun clutches once or twice, and that's really tight for us. And then the thread arm? No, what is this?
Yeah, that holds the thread. It has thread holes.
Does that go this way or the same?
Same
Direction, about what, midway?
No, as close to the top as the other one. See how they're free?
Okay, so about 2 inches from the top.
Yeah.
And you just tighten this down. I'm also making it tilted in a little bit. But that's nice and secure. Put the rubber cap back on. And there you have it. Now we're going to install the 2 thread spool holders.
Spool holders, yeah.
Spool holders. There is a hole in the center because of the cushion or the foam here. There's a hole because this rod will go through, and it does have a washer, lock nut, all that there. So just take that off, push it through the foam, basically just like this. I don't know if you're zooming in or if it matters.
Yeah, stay up, go up, right there.
So you have the foam on top of the plastic base there. Push this guy through. So once you get it through there, like that, get it in place. So just get all the washers in place and then the nut. So like that, it's in place. You got the flat washer first, the lock nut, and then the nut, and then I just hand tightened it for now. Just make sure you tighten it enough to where the lock nut engages. And that's it. Alright, that's where the thread spools go. Done.
This one's for your bobbin, and then this one's for your machine.
Perfect.
Okay, so just to keep this cord here out of the way, it's to the needle synchronizer. We're just going to do a screw clip. If you don't know what a screw clip is, we'll show you. So it just has this little hole. Let's see if I can focus.
There we go.
So the thread can go through, and then it screws to the side. So it doesn't screw into your cord, and it just holds it down in place so it doesn't wiggle around everywhere. I don't want it to get caught. So he's going to put a screw clip here to hold it there.
You can find these at Home Depot, Lowe's. It's in the telecommunications section there. So right about there, huh?
That's good.
It's good, right?
Yeah, I just
You
want it to
happy
be
with
out of the way, yeah. Okay, and then now we need to plug the synchronizer in, add oil, put the...
So the synchronizer,
Yeah,
is
let's
this
plug
cable?
that in.
So we'll plug in the synchronizer,
Hold on,
which is
yeah.
down below. If you want to show them. Pretty simply, just make sure you got that clip where the clip inserts there to hold it in, or right there on the side. So just turn it to the clip. Anyway, you'll hear it click, and you know it's in place. And then it's got this plastic cover to kind of help protect the
Let me zoom in.
cable there.
Maybe your hand's in the way. There we go.
Yeah, but this plastic cover just covers that. Just like that, just like the bottom one here. I mean, just follow the same way that the other guys installed the clip there. So that's good to go. Nice and secure.
So you're
It's
just
not going anywhere.
putting the cord in so it's out of the way.
So you can use the cables that are already here to secure this cable.
Yeah, just so
There
it's
you
out
go.
of the way.
Beautiful. Alright, so this is how this came in the box, just like that. But we're going to move the pad down here, just because that's where Ira would like it to be. You guys can move it wherever you want as well, because you just got to loosen this bolt up right here. And then you can slide this off. It's a little snug because there's a rubber padding there, but don't worry about it. You can just slide it off. And then she said she wants it here, so you just slide it back through. Make sure there's 4 holes. Basically, just make sure the bracket doesn't lose its spot there. And then you can slide this guy in. Remember, that rubber padding keeps everything pretty snug. But what, you want it right about middle? Like that.
Yeah.
And then just retighten this. Just hand tighten it. We got our little ratcheting screwdriver. It's a 10mm socket. And then you can just tighten that down. That keeps it from, I mean, it'll go back and forth, but it won't slide in and out. So it gives it a little movement there for your knee. Alright, so just make sure that's nice and tight. And then up here you have a hole. It just goes in right there basically. And you can loosen up the bolt right there with the same 10mm socket. So let's go ahead and do that.
Just
Yep,
there it
that's
is.
where it goes. So we're just going to do it to where
Yeah, as low as it
the
can.
the ball comes up right above it. You think that'll work for you?
Yeah, we
I guess
can
we'll
adjust
test
it
it
a
out.
little bit.
But yeah, that's how you install it, and that's how you adjust it. We just tighten it down as tight as you can with your hand, I'm assuming. And there you go. You have your knee. What's it called? Knee lever or
Knee lift.
knee lift?
Okay. So now we need to tilt the machine back,
Okay.
add the umbrella and the oil.
So we're going to tilt the machine back, and what's really cool, if I want to show you, is if it clears it right there, and then the stopper's good.
Your umbrella goes right in here. That's what lifts your foot.
Okay, so that's the umbrella. Just drop it in, huh?
Yeah, so then
That's cool. Hey, that's nice.
So I'm pushing this.
Okay.
And now we need to add oil to the high here. So we're just going to pour oil in. Okay, so this is our oil specific for this machine. It's different than if you have a serger. This is the specific oil that you need. Because you have this thing is actually what sucks up the oil. This is a filter. You want to make sure this is clean.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to pour it as slow as I can. So they leave you a little extra.
So the magnet just comes with your machine. It comes in your little supplies box.
It came in that bag.
Yeah, comes with your umbrella and stuff. So the magnet just actually goes right on top of the drain screw here. And it's in case you break any needles, it'll go and stick to the magnet instead of trying to go into the oil pump. So I'm just going to try and drop it in there because it's full of oil now. So do it before so you don't have to touch anything.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll use a screw to scoot it
You
over.
want to make it exactly
Yes.
in the middle and everything. There you go. It probably only sticks to the screw head because I think the basin is aluminum, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. There you go. That's where you drop the magnet.
And we will close our machine back up.
Just tilt it back down. Right?
Yep.
There we go.
The thing's heavy, so remember.
Use 2 hands all the time.
You want it to slam down.
I know we didn't weigh this one like the other video, but it's heavy. It's at least 50 pounds like the other Juki. I'd probably say this one is 10 pounds heavier at least than the other one.
Oh yeah, this one's tiny.
So if you struggle with that one, this one's a bit heavier. Okay, so what's next? We plug it in?
Now we plug it in, yeah. Get to play.
Wow, so that was pretty easy assembly. Okay, it's plugged in.
Then we need to install this for them.
What is this called to now?
This is your tensioner for your thread. Okay, so you're just kind of tapping this in case you put it in a little crooked or a little off like I did. Just grab something small. We grabbed a tiny drill bit. You can grab something small and secure and just kind of try to turn it or just lift it back up. And then you can position it exactly where you want. I'm actually going to leave this in so I can keep it where I want it to be. I think.
More to, or, yeah. Well, yeah, you go where it looks good to you.
Does that look pretty?
Yeah, looks good to me.
And then I'm going to put pressure down and I'm going to just give it a little tap so it's not loose. There. That looks
good.